Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream video with morning voice and music. How would we not have music? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Had to restart my internet because it seemed a bit ropey. And pre-stream song today was Metallica, Harvester of Sorrow. I love that song. I used to play that song on guitar. Man, I miss playing that. I could still probably actually play it because it's one of those ones that's sort of like drilled into my brain. Right, let's log in. Also, having a little joke in chat. Some people are saying, oh yeah, he's not streaming today, he's not coming back. After I wrote in chat that I would be right back. Now, if you come in here, like, just in general, don't say stuff that you don't know about. Like, there are a few people saying that I weren't streaming, and I'm thinking, well, you know, why are you saying that to a chat when you clearly don't know what's going on? Because I know what's going on, and I'm streaming, so just... I'm not having a go, I'm just saying in general, don't do that, because you might do it with something more important at some point, you know? So it's never really a good idea to say stuff on other people's behalf. Anyway, let's bring it back up a little bit, getting a bit of a downer right there. We're here to do a live stream. I've got some notes. We are going to gather clay, get an axe and farm trees, cave and branch mining, in an ice biome, and kill an enderman for an ender chest. There are 4 things you need to do in this live stream. How does that sound? Does that sound achievable? Let's do a little bit of an enderman scout. I'm the only one online at the moment. I don't see any enderman. I don't think we'll see anything really. Also, lots of bananas in chat. Thank you everyone, appreciate it. Bogdang and Phil. Jam Ramo, appreciate the bananas. Right, really not seeing any mobs, we might have to wait for that one. But hopefully we'll find ourselves an enderman at some point. So, I need to gather some clays, and there is a little cave around here, which we could light up and gather some from. Rocky Avalon, thank you for the banana. And there we go, I'm well and truly aware that we are live right now. So there's this little cave outside my house, and it's full of baddies. Ow. Full of baddies. Oh, skeleton? Yep, skeleton with their incredible arching skills, and look at that magical, oh god, placement right there. Whoa! Okay, that's it. Stand in the way. Take the arrows. See you later. Nice and easy. Okay, Smalley says, what's the plan for today's stream? I'm assuming you've literally... I can't right-click to block. I'm assuming you've literally just tuned in because I just stated our plans a second ago. I'll state them again in a bit because I know lots of people are tuning in. Listening to C418 again, 185. Oh, pack of creepers. Right, I wanted them to explode so I didn't have to kill them all one by one. Very good. Right, so we're just lighting this up. Although, to be fair, like if ever I wanted to get some mobs, this thing seems to always be full of them. From where is Iskal, says Monlin in chat. Good question, he just logged in. I know he's from somewhere, he's European, but I'm not too good with the specifics. Because he does have a bit of an accent, so he's from somewhere. He's from somewhere, there you go. Also, we should have a noise in the ear, I don't know why that didn't work. Fury, yeah. Fury Muso 88 has subscribed. Thank you so much for the subscription, buddy. Let's see if we can get this right. Shield Waggle for you. Thank you for your support. And check out in chat. You can now join the Discord app, and also you can join the Extreme UHC happening on the 5th of March. And this is the first one where people who sign up, like through Twitch or through Patreon, will be on a team, or you know, first choice to be on a team with the person that they are subscribed to, which is all thanks to Autumn, who might be in chat. I don't know if he's here today, but he's been doing amazing coding stuff and making that a possibility. And yeah, we're here to collect a few different types of clay because I got something I need to build later on today, and I need to gather some clay types for it. So we're going to do a little bit of mining here first of all. I want some yellow clay as well. The Van HD says Tango found a triple mob spawner, by the way. Yep, I heard all about his triple mob spawner. That sounds fantastic. I really wanted to build a skeleton farm. I don't know what type what type of mobs has he found? Are they 3 different ones or all the same type? Because I'm going to build a skeleton farm at some point this season, just because when I was thinking about it, I was thinking, how can I do this differently? And I thought of a really cool little design. Nothing technically impressive, more of an aesthetic slash interesting way to do things. You know, we've done mob farms the ultra efficient way for the longest time, and now it's nice to try and do things a little bit different. And I've got a cool idea for it, that's what I'm saying. Onion says, hearts for Autumn. Believe me, Autumn does a lot of awesome stuff that helps with the videos. He's always helping me set up little servers and doing bits and bobs for XVV that do make a big difference, just in places you don't notice. Yeah. Hey X, found any exoskeletons? Yes, asks Exoskeleton. I have not seen any exoskeletons, but I'm on the lookout. I've seen one in chat today. Alright, I need to, I think I trying to like dig around the cave shape, I just need to go into the wall a little bit and dig out all of this. I know I've got enough yellow already, so let's just focus on the brown. I'm going to need a fair bit more of this, but it won't take us long. Hero Brains says 1.9 releases tomorrow. Do you know what? I'm doubting it. I'm fully expecting them to say, do you know what? The game isn't ready yet, because pre-release 4 is supposed to be even worse than pre-release 3. Pre-release 3 has some issues, let's say that. X, did Efo join Season 4? He has not joined yet. He might be joining in the future. I can't speak for him. But what I can tell you is that he was talking about playing at the meeting that we had. That's all I know. Squid Crafted says, X, why isn't Mumbo posting? Well, person to ask is Mumbo. Also, I don't know what you mean by isn't posting, because he's uploading YouTube videos. He uploaded one yesterday. Do you know what, when you guys ask questions, I've said it before, be specific. Be specific. Like, sometimes I get a question like, what is that? And I'm like, yeah, what is that? I have no idea to what you're referring. Communication. And sometimes that'll be my fault as well. I'm not the best at understanding. Like, I'll be talking about something, then you guys will ask something, and then I'll have moved on by the time I read chat, because it takes like 30 seconds. Right, I believe that's... actually, I'm not sure that's more than enough. I'll just grab a tiny bit more. Let's grab a tiny bit more before we move on, just from this little bit here. And then I'll say we're good. X, have you tried Faithful Resource Pack? It's like vanilla but HD. Yep, I've tried it. I'm not a fan of resource packs. I like playing in vanilla. I find it difficult to watch resource pack videos and look at pictures of it, because I've said it before, I just don't know what like the reference is to the vanilla game then, because if you've got custom textures and stuff, it's not going to look the same in vanilla, and I just like to play Minecraft in vanilla. I mean, I've modified a couple of textures myself, so I'm guilty of that. When I'm on fire, the fire is lower on the screen, the wither hearts are a little bit more visible, and glass doesn't have the streaks for it, and that's just what I've done in my resource pack. The reason I remove streaks from glass, though, is I just can't build with it when it's got those streaks in. I have to get rid of the streaks. They feel like they obstruct and make it feel less like glass. So, you're seeing some spoilers, obviously. Over here is where we're going to dump all of our clay. And then I think these items go into this chest. That looks about right. Cool, so we've done one of our 4 jobs. Punch Twitchers, I really wish... Let's go back and finish reading that. I really wish they would have added clay half slabs. Yep, slabs for all blocks, I say. Hey X, why didn't you guys decide to crank up the spawner generation? Storm 6, we decided to crank up the generation because we've played on... This is our 4th world, and there hasn't been any big changes to mob spawners. So, you know, like, to keep things a bit more exciting, let's increase the chances of them spawning, and then, you know, you get some opportunities to create crazy farms, which are usually, you know, 1 in a million, and Tango's found a triple spawner on his first day, so someone will find a quad one at some point, and that means, you know, a really cool farm can be made. So, let's have a look at my list. We're going to cross off gather clays for all of you tuning in. 1,100 people here in the morning. Welcome to my stream with Morning Voice. And if you haven't hit the follow button here on Twitch, of course, feel free to do so. You'll get notified of when I go live. So my notes here say, get axe and farm trees, caving and branch mining at ice biome, kill enderman for ender chest. The enderman thing sounds like something we could do about now. Also, I hear like a little fella up top. There he is. Hello! You alright? Bam! In your face. Bam. And you're dead. Okay. That is combat in 1.9. Take your time. So, I don't see any Endermen off in the distance. I wish I had a zoom key. And it looks like night might be able to, or about to pass. So we'll probably go enchant an axe. That's one of the things I want to do next. Get a diamond axe going with efficiency 4. Oh, skeletons. We don't want to get messed up with them. Alright, I don't see any Endermen around the place, so we'll probably put that one, knock that one on the head for now. Have you got mending on your tools, says System Bread? I do. I got mending on this one. This is Asuma's Magic Mender. I've got a mending book. And I'm going to be careful what I put mending on at first. I do have plans to get more mending books. That shouldn't be too difficult. But... Oh, X, you can jump over a baby zombie without it hitting you. Phil, that sounds like an experiment right there. Next time we see one, we'll try it. Mad Matter says, how will Elytra work? Will hermits get one, or will they have to find it? When you kill the Ender Dragon on the server, it will drop an Elytra. And I will show you guys later on the command blocking. We did a bonus live stream yesterday. It was a casual one. I said, do you know what? I'm going to stream this and see if people can help. People did help, Manglu especially, and other people pitching in. And we were able to do all the command block stuff for this season of Hermitcraft. So, what do I need as well as this? Like some junk enchants, basically. Right, let's take a little bit more wood with me. And also some cobblestone. And then make a bit more here. Yes, so at the end of the stream, I'll show you the command block stuff. So you can see all the command blocks on Hermitcraft. And you can go, wow, look at them. They're command blocks. They do things. When is the next Hermitcraft UHC? BioBob. We have no plans to do another UHC. However, I would love to do a modded UHC. I need to speak to Joe about that again because I think that could be a lot of fun. Doesn't have to be a strictly Hermitcraft thing. We might have a UHC because there's new people on the server and there might be a little bit more interest again. However, we're working on another type. Ah, wow. Okay, that's an invisible horse, and I think Iskau is from Sweden. Don't ask. See, don't ask how I know that Iskau is from Sweden and that there's an invisible horse. I mean, that's just the way it is. Invisible horse. Was I just saying invisible horse? That's not quite what I meant. Oh, by the way, we could combine that with our shield and have a Swedish shield. I'm taking this. Can I make a Swedish shield? Oh, I got a Swedish shield! Amazing! Oh, he's going to love that. When he comes by, I'll have to show my Swedish shield at him. I feel like a Viking now. Are Vikings, who can tell me... Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Are Vikings strictly Norwegian, or is it Sweden as well? Because it's Norse mythology is linked to Vikings, but there were similar groups of people in Sweden at the same time. Invisible Iskau, yes, that's what we were talking about, Minion. I knew he was invisible because I watched Rendog's video. There's a bug in the pre-releases. Right, so efficiency 3 is not actually what I'm after, which means we go for Bane of Arthropods. Efficiency 4, that's what we're after. Bam, what will we get with it? Unbreaking, no, it's just efficiency 4. That is quite alright. Why is this thing on? Let's turn it off. Has someone been using it? No, it's empty. Scandinavia, people are saying. Vikings are from Denmark as well. Yes, that's true. Scandinavia then is the region, yeah. I think it's still, well, it's called, there is Scandinavia today, or an area known as Scandinavia, which is Sweden, I think Finland maybe as well, Norway and Denmark. I think they're the 4 Scandinavian countries. I wonder if that name comes from that time, if that makes sense. Some of you are saying Denmark, Sweden and Norway. But mostly Danish, interesting. Can you copy-paste the commands on a pastebin page? Razor, I'm going to do a tutorial on them eventually. Right, so we got that. Now we need to look for our books, which we've got a good book over here. If I go to the right chest. Mending Infinity. No, that's not what we're looking for. So we could make... Oh, wow, look at that. Those two together. I mean, you might want to save that for something a little more important, but I plan on keeping these items and making the most... making the most of them. So now we need an anvil. Should have an anvil somewhere here. There it is. Let's plop that over here. And let's get ourselves... Now, I'm not going to rename this one because it doesn't have mending on, but my mending ones, they've been renamed. So efficiency 5, unbreaking 3 axe. Very good. I guess we don't need that axe anymore, but I'll chuck it back up here. So that means these things get to be put away. Swords, I haven't really organised my chest properly, but I'll chuck them in here for now. And I don't feel like I want to take my valuable fishing rod around with me, so we'll chuck it over there. Right, so the next thing for us to do is to find some saplings, oak, jungle, we should see spruce and birch. So I need to go in search of dark oak and acacia. Acacia will be real easy, dark oak's nearby as well, I think. There we go. This is by far the most OP start you've ever had in a Hermitcraft season, says Luke B 2000. Yep, it pretty much is. And what were the odds of finding it? Because I had no plans to do this until I made that video, and then I was like, oh wait a minute. Everyone's right. Everyone's been telling me to do a fishing farm, and you're right. They're absolutely brilliant. I want to take some coal with me for later, by the way. So just putting that in there now. Right, dirt would be the other thing we need at this point. And there's some dirt. Not plentiful amounts. Have I got a shovel? Let's make sure I've got a shovel here. That's kind of a lousy shovel. What are you doing this stream? X says Major Blabber. Now, don't tell anyone, Major Blabber, but we're going through a little list of things we need to do. Also, about to have a noise in my ear. If it works, it worked earlier. Then I reset my internet and it stopped. So let's close the noise in my ear maker and let's reopen it. Okay, so click on that thing. Bam, there it is. Click on that one. Excellent. Right, I've relaunched it. So if anyone wants to hit follow, if you haven't done so already, that should make a noise in my ear. We'll be able to hear that. Make sure everything's all right. Okay. And loading everything back up. Yes, we have a donation here from Respawn79 saying, gotta keep the tea stocked up. Again, didn't someone say that last time? Thank you for the donation, buddy. Hope you're having a great time with today's stream. Here is your Swedish sword. Wait, I said sword. Swedish shield waggle. And thank you for the donation, bud. I have a cup of tea right here. That is a tea reminder like I've never heard it before. 17 minutes in, this should be nice and warm for drinking. I think Autumn's here in chat. Hey, buddy. Ah, there we go. Minion says, take chat out of slow, it's killing me. I would prefer it to be on slow mode because it makes it easier for me to read everything. Remember, there's 1,600 people here all trying to say hello. Oh, that is deliciously warm tea. I'm going to have a little bit more. Suma, what kind of house are you going to build? So, I have no idea at the moment, but I want to build something that's going to be big, outside, and above ground. I don't want to go underground at all. I really need to get out of that habit, and this is the season for challenging myself. Now, right now, I've been working... When I say working, what I mean is playing games. I've been playing a lot of City Skylines, getting ahead of my little playlist there, and giving myself a few days flexibility this week, so I'm hoping to be on XVS a fair bit more. Play.sumavoid.com if you want to go over there and hang out with me. I'll be on there during the week, and I'm hoping to... I could probably just dig up this coarse dirt and use that, right? Why is there like such a big clump here? I think someone's been tree farming a little bit. Yeah, play.sumavoid.com is where I'll be in the week trying to work on my building skills. Now, I saw someone's build that really inspired me a while back. It inspired me and I went, yeah, that's how I'm going to approach building this season. And I didn't take a screenshot or anything like that. And now I can't find their builds and I've completely forgotten how they did it. Ah, typical me. Always take screenshots when you see cool stuff, and then that way you'll be able to refer to it later on. Because they had a really good build style that like just looks sort of comfortable to work with for someone who's not much of a builder. Something that I could improve on and work with, but it didn't work out. Mr. Tiggy says, tea is better than coffee. I'd partially agree at the moment. I've been enjoying my tea. I haven't had coffee in ages, actually. Wow, it must be quite some time since I last had some coffee. Okay, so temporary, like, miniature tree farm over here. Space them out by 2. And we'll have 2 rows of this. And then where that torch is. So this is going to be for spruce and for birch. Yeah, I just want to get like a little tree farm-ish area set up so I can start chopping these down. and getting me lots of saplings. There we go, 7 of each, which is exactly what I had of the spruce. Right, then over here we're going to put just a straight up row for the oak. Oh, that was a torch. Where can I find the seed of your world, says Cyberdice. Glad you asked. If you go to reddit.com/hermitcraft, anyone interested in using that, there is a community there. You can discuss Hermitcraft stuff. You can also find the seed for our world, all the world downloads, and people post videos there as well. So it's an alternative to the subscription feed on YouTube. Right, let's go up here. And, oh, Slimy says, I'm on your vanilla server at the moment. Awesome. How is it going on there? I've seen that someone has started what looks like an absolute mega structure at Spawn, which looks real interesting. Okay, let's... Oh, am I hitting that with my shovel? That's not good for durability, is it? Okay, there we go. Let's make sure we get that bit. I have possibly done this wrong. You want to build a little staircase so you can get to all the blocks, but it looks like, yeah, we're going to be alright. Cool, now here's a little tip for you when you're doing your jungle trees. The saplings are rare, but they also land on the leaf blocks and possibly despawn. So these ones right here, it's good to take out, especially when you can't afford to lose any saplings, because the other ones up top will land on them. If that makes sense. I really wish they'd change the sapling rates on here. It just seems so silly to make it so rare. Right, if we had fortune on this axe as well, it would be good for breaking leaves. So yeah, Christoph says, hi X, what are you up to? We're going through a little list of things to do. The one at the moment is a little bit of tree farming. We're going to go exploring and branch mining later on. And we've already done a couple of things as well. Silent Crime says, yay, pro tips. Did you see there was a sapling on top of the leaf block and it fell down? That's what I'm talking about. Now is the sun going down or coming up? Because I think it would be going down now, right? Because we want to look out for an Enderman. That's another thing we're doing today. And someone in chat asking if the spawn point was customized. As Astellian said, it is. We moved it to a place where there wasn't a lot of land because I wanted to do a passive mob farm again. No one objected. Like, you know, if spawn was in an ocean, then that would make your life so much easier. And since I just finished doing it on Hermitcraft III, and then I never got to build the farm, well, you know, get the farm working, we was like, all right, let's do that. So our spawn point is between the two mesas. There's another mesa over there, which was supposed to be digging. For digging and gathering clay, but it doesn't even make sense because there's loads of space underground here that everyone's gonna dig into to get those clays. Right, so we have 4 saplings. That is really bad. That is really bad for replenishing. When I did this last season on Hermitcraft, I had like a half stack of jungle saplings and putting loads of them down and getting loads of them in return. Like growing my little stack, if that makes sense. Which is kind of hard to do when you've only got 5 saplings. Anyway, we'll wait for the rest to fall. They're probably like on top of some of those leaf blocks. So now we need some dark oak and acacia. I believe there'll be some acacia nearby. Okay, why do you not find 1.9 combat better, and why don't you stream on YouTube? Please reduce durations between messages to 1 minute. 5 minutes is overkill. Sid Darth Vader, chat moves so fast it's hard for me to keep up with. It's much easier to read when it's moving slower. That's the reason why. I apologise. The reason I don't stream on YouTube is because I have a partnership with Twitch, so I'm not allowed to stream on other platforms. And there was another question in there. What was the other question? Why do you not find 1.9 combat better? Because it doesn't really add a challenge. Like, I don't know how to describe it really. I guess like if you create a good combat system, the combat becomes engaging. You have to use a lot of thought. Now, Minecraft never really used a lot of thought. You just spam clicked, right? And there are a few things to know. Like if it's a creeper and you don't have a strong enough weapon, you need to like click it or hit it once, move away, and then go back again. Now, with 1.9, you're still doing just the same thing, but you have to wait instead of spam click. You know, with a creeper, you got to run up to it, hit it, walk backwards. Okay, there you go. The creeper go, run up to it, hit it again, walk backwards, because you can't spam click it. It's just the same thing, and it's the same for every mob. Every mob still just has a way that you deal with it, and It doesn't really feel like the combat adds anything. But at some point on this season, we need to do like a PvP arena. So we're not getting noises in me here today, but we've got 2 more donations. Ponybutts here saying, will there be a ding? No, there was no ding. Not sure if Assam tea is available here, but would you recommend it to someone that doesn't like English breakfast? Mango Celian and papaya passion fruit are good, but it would also be nice to have more choices. They sound very fruity, those teas. I have a few fruity green teas, like pineapple and grape is really nice. I would absolutely recommend giving Assam a try. If you have a look for Twinings, they do this little black box of selections, like you get English breakfast, Assam tea, Earl Grey, I think it's Grey Lady is one of them, and like a few other teas that you can try. Yeah, get that little box, give it a try, see what you think. Got nothing to lose, except, you know, a couple of quid. Yeah, so anyway, thank you for the donation, and also another one here from TCDQI96. Woke up just to watch your stream. Here is £5 I found down the back of my bed. Awesome, thank you so much, buddy, and cheers for waking up in the morning. I hope you enjoy the stream today. I'm hopping around reading chat. Chat's moving really fast. And, why do you have the Swedish flag on your shield, says Trilio U. Because Iskau gave me a Swedish flag, and I decided to put it on my shield. That's literally why. Okay, somewhere in here we should have access to bone meal. We do. So let's grab some of this. We need to go get some acacia when it's daytime, and we should be looking out for an enderman again. Like, I should at least see one off in the distance, right? Zombie villager inbound. Another one over there. They track you from miles away, these guys. Maybe if we head towards Joe Hills, we'll bam, there you go. We'll see something. Right, I'm definitely not going to do a lot of this. I've only got 1 birch sapling back. That's crazy. Just get these set up. Try and get a few more jungle saplings. Okay, so we just need acacia and oak. I don't see any enderman down there. I do see a zombie villager. Or was it actually... No, it is a zombie villager. Oh, enderman! Hey, yes. Yes, come up here. We'll stand under a tree. Wasn't quite ready, buddy. Oh, where's he gone? Where did he go? Hi! Alright, a couple more hits. Oh, do you know what? I've got smite, so it might take a while. Hey! It's gone again. Where's the trails led to? Ah! God! Okay, no ender pearl for us. Oh, scared the life out of me, though. Scared the life out of me. Ecto says, hi X, just got here. Hey buddy. Oh, look at that. Do you know what? I've been waiting to try out the path block. It surprisingly looks good next to the grass, I think. Makes the grass look a little bit nicer in this biome. Okay, any more endermen? Oh, no, that's a witch I see. I don't see any endermen. But I do see some acacia trees over there. And we've got some mobs to get past. Right, let's make sure we've eaten our food. I don't have a bow yet. I should really have sorted out a bow by now. Hi. Oh, you're going to invite that skeleton over here, you. Oh, now we got the creeper as well. I'll tell you what, let's go like this. Oh, damn creepers. The range is so precise now, it's hard to run past creepers, I've noticed. Okay, that's alright. Guy in chain armour. Let's put down a couple of torches. This is where we're going to get our acacias from, our acacia saplings. Hey, I'm new here, Asuma. I've been here some time now, and I love your videos. Thank you, buddy. And thanks for coming by to the stream. Whoa! Whoa! Wait, what? That hiss sounded like it's... Whoa! No! I see a baby approaching. No, it's not a baby. It's just further away. Right, oh my god. Can we get you in the water? That's it. Blow up in there. Oh, he didn't blow up. Blow up. Right, I tried to block again by right-clicking. I haven't got the hang of that yet. Okay, we should be alright to do some of this. Now, I see questions in chat. Will Doc M join Hermitcraft? I'll tell you what, just wait and see. Doc M's not in the country at the moment. Well, not this country. He's in a different country to his normal one. So, you'll just have to wait and see. Yo, X and chat watching on day 1 of my holiday with this awful, awful Wi-Fi. Keep up the good work, man. Richie, I hope the Wi-Fi is good enough for a stream, and I hope you enjoy your holiday as well. Oh, we can't quite get that one. Let's plop down a couple and jump up and get this thing. Okay, we would have another noise in my ear, but it seems to be broken. We got a donation here, noise in my ear, from that Pixel. Wow, doing this at night is annoying. That Pixel says you provide so much great content, so here's something in return for your troubles. Well, thank you for the donation, buddy. Of course, the content is free. The donations are welcome, though, and I do appreciate it. Hope you have a good time with this stream today, and with all the videos as well. Alright. Did we get all the wood from this tree? I think we did. Right, any other Enderman? We need to do an Enderman check. Do you know what? The Enderman will be around when it goes to daytime, just like creepers. So we might see one when wandering back, but I can't see anything particularly close at this point. Are you bringing back TA? I think you mean TEA. No, Biffa, even if Biffa plays this season, I'm not going to do that again. It was kind of disappointing last time we did it. Hi. Just standing there. Didn't seem to be noticing me really, did he? There we go, acacia sapling. We've at least got one. We need to get a couple more while we're here, at least. At least a couple more. Okay, and there's another one. Right, so yes, so dark saplings. No, dark oak would be the next ones. Cams says, are you happy you invited Rendog to the server? Absolutely, that guy has got an amazing accent, and I've been really enjoying his first few episodes here on the server. There's been a lot going on straight away, but because we're all spread out, it hasn't sort of like all boomed in one area yet, which is kind of interesting. Right, Creeper's now interested. Any more saplings? I'll grab a couple more. That gives us a total of 8. That is more than enough to get started. We'll set up a little farm for that. And the dark oak saplings, I think there was a dark oak forest next to our ice spikes biome, so maybe we can do a little bit of that over there. Also, Rendog is watching. Rendog TV in chat. Let me mod you, Rendog. Ugh, there we go. OP user. Everyone say hi to Rendog. Right, you should now have a sword next to your name, Rendog. You should possibly be able to spam the chat if you want to. Oko says, this is so depressing. Whenever I want to say something, I can't because I gotta wait. That shouldn't be depressing. Depressing might have been a strong word to use there. That sounded quite worrying. I read, this is depressing. I was thinking, oh no, what's going on? Yeah, unfortunately it's going to be like that. Everyone's, look at that spam in chat there. Everyone's saying hi. Brilliant. Show him some Hermitcraft love. Right, let's put down some more dirt and put some acacia saplings on them. And we're really getting our little tree farm area going here. Okay, so I'm going to space these out too as well. I think you can actually grow them all together in a group. But we need to use the space we have wisely. And we've got a room for 3 more. So 1. They don't have to be perfect, so we'll put them down like that. Okay, I also have some jungle wood, so did I just hear an Enderman? Oh my god, Enderman in base! Enderman in base! Quick, 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 quick! Oi, oi, oi! Bam! Come over here! Right, I'm gonna... No, wait, that's not enough! Oh dear! It's not enough! Quick! That could have ended badly. Right, there he is! You dumb Enderman. I'm spam clicking, that's bad. Yep, come over here. Stay angry with me. No, can we hit him? Yay! Ender pearl. Excellent. Do you know what that means? That means we can make an ender chest to put our valuables in. Right. Let's not accidentally click on the right click on the ender pearl. X, what have I missed? Says Cats for Lols. A fair bit. We've been getting saplings. We've been like enchanting and doing bits and bobs of getting clay. We've had a little list. Oh yeah, we'll just break the bit in the middle. That actually kind of makes it all easier. I was about to expand this, so let's go... Oh, by the way, favourite song on this record, Alive by C418, amazing song. Okay, I believe it's the first one where he chose to sing in it as well. Right, so we got those, and then we need them. And we'll let these grow, and we'll have all the cocoa beans in the world before long. Awesome. Hey X, I was so unlucky. I had mending fishing rods, so I'd never be destroyed, but it turned out I was hitting cobblestone next to, so I lost my rod. Rapid Turtle, that is so unfortunate. Yes, with mending, it should last forever unless you use it on things that don't give you XP, like cobblestone walls. That's unfortunate, buddy. But don't worry, you'll get another one. You do some AFK fishing and you'll get loads of the enchantments you need. Look at that, exactly the right amount. And I want to pop some of these torches on top. Do you know what's funny about dual wielding? Someone pointed this out, that they added dual wielding into the game, but the one thing you can't do with it is dual wield. Now, dual wielding usually specifically relates to weapons. You can't actually use 2 weapons at once, which is quite funny. Let's get this tree knocked down now. Try and get like 2 of them grown, and then I'll know that we'll have like a decent means of keeping the saplings going. Hey X, remember me? By the way, what did I miss? Tommy, there are so many names in chat, I can't remember them all, but welcome back. I'm sure you've been here before, it seems. And you have missed us basically doing some basic resource gathering, getting some clay, doing some enchanting, and we're going to go on a bit of an adventure and do some caving real soon. Want to get some diamonds and such. We're going to make an ender chest as well. That's something we literally just did, by the way. That was on my list to get an enderman and make an ender chest. Right, I'm making the staircase. Oh, I have made it completely wrong, but I think we're near the top of the tree now. Yep, there we go. So all of this can go away. Bow and sword, X, says Hans. Yeah, we can make a bow as well. We've got the sword sorted out, although it's only got smite on it. 1.9 requires to strategize and plan your sword swings. PvP battles aren't about better network connection than your opponent. Your strategies range from spamming with your hoe to jousting with an axe. Sid Darth Vader, that sounds good, but it's not quite true. You see, you don't strategize because it's the same as spam clicking. I don't know how to explain it, but doing this, right? Let's F5 it. Doing that is the same as going, wait, 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 wait. You're just clicking, you know, with the time. Like, imagine, here's what would have made it good. Imagine if you had to aim at a particular part of their body. I mean, that would add a little bit more intensity. You're going to approach a mob from a different angle and you've got to turn to the side and try and hit him on his arm because he's weak there. Something along those lines. Like, what if zombies were weak on the arm but strong on their chest plate? That would add... You know, you have to think, you have to act and react to what's going on. Whereas just clicking anywhere on them and spam clicking is the same as going click, click, click. Because spam clicking hits them whenever they can take damage, and waiting just means you wait, like that. I really don't think it adds any form of strategy. It's the same system all over again. It's just... It doesn't really require anything of you other than to know, oh, that you gotta... wait a little bit. It's the same way, as I said before, that you might run up to a creeper in the previous game, and because you've got the right sword and you've got like strength 2 from a beacon, you'll know you can hit it twice. So you just run and spam click it and bam, it's dead. It's sort of like that, you know. You just learn the mechanics as opposed to being in a moment and making quick decisions, you know, about how you're going to attack something because it's got a weak point here or a strong point there. It's the same thing. You also made a couple of other points that I wasn't quite on board with. Where's the message again? PvP battles aren't just about having a better network connection than your opponent. That is also not true. It's the same deal. They haven't addressed any of the networking issues, so it's going to be the same thing. If you have a better connection, you're still going to get your hit off first over the other player when the server tries to calculate who hit first. Something like that. Does that make sense? Like, yeah, because if 2 players do this at the same time in 1.9, they'll both hit for full damage, but the one who has the better connection will hit first. 1.8 PvP was not just about spam clicking. Yeah, I'm not saying it's entirely about spam clicking. There's other... Oh, what happened here? Oh, I left it like that. That's my fault, really, isn't it? And we're up to 8. That's fantastic. Let's move on from the tree chopping now. We're going to get ourselves some dark oak saplings in a bit. But we'll do this. Do you like mechanics, though? 1.9 sounded like not. They're alright. I'm not really... Well, I am having a bit of a go. I just don't think the combat update really changed the game in a big way. To me, it just feels like the same game, because with Minecraft combat, you learn like how to deal with mobs in a particular way, and that's the only way you ever need to deal with them, right? And that's the same in 1.9, feels like to me. So, like I suggested with the whole hitting them in different parts of their body, like that at least adds a bit more of a challenge because you don't always approach a mob from the same way, right? But if you can hit a mob anywhere, from any angle on any side, then you are in a way just always approaching the same thing. It's just like approaching like a blob. Doesn't matter what side you approach it from. But then let's say, you know, this side over here is the weak side. In fact, let's represent that by doing this. So here's our mob, and let's say that this is its armor and these are its weak spots. So like current system, you know, hit it anywhere and it does damage, whereas if you're approaching it like this, now you've got to move around to the side and try and hit it there before it turns. Something like that, at least to me, would seem like it would add skill and a challenge, and that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Some of you will probably disagree. But the way it is right now, just quite honestly, just feels like the same game. Anyway, let's chuck these things away because we're done with that. Apparently we've gathered some clay as well. We've got tons of wood here. That's terrific. We're going to take some of that with us. And I didn't chop down any spruce trees, did I? We've got some items for the junk chest. I say junk, some of it's valuable. Let's see, cobblestone will be this one. Dirt we're done with, which I think is this one here. No, actually it's the bottom one. And that's where that goes. Right, so we're going to go caving soon, so you guys should tell me things you think would be useful for me to take with me. Fury Muso says, would likely be difficult, but your entire Hermit community project be on cards. It would be interesting to see all your styles incorporated. Would an entire Hermitcraft community be on cards? I'm not sure what you're saying about cards. Grim says, yeah, Atsuma. The first time I heard about dual wielding, I was so hyped. Then I found out it wasn't true dual wielding. Kind of ticked me off. And as for the other points you've said, I'm on board with all of that as well. Though not... Wait, well, that's the last line there. Though not so much with the needing to hit body parts. Yeah, that's probably not very Minecrafty, is it, that bit? That's just... In my opinion, that would be what would add strategy and a little bit more thought and intensity. A lot of you saying Ender Chest. Thank you for the reminder. I forgot about that. Now, what I could do is combine some of these together. So, if we take a Power 4, what do I want on these? Ooh, that's got a lot. Right, Mending and Power 4 on one is what I'm looking for, probably. So, Mending and Power 3. Whoa! That is the one! If we find... Right, what do we want? Guys, let me know. Flame or knockback? Because we can add that one or that one. So which one of these do you think is going to be better? Punch 2 or flame to go with our amazing, incredible bow? Let's get some thoughts and opinions. And I'll let you guys decide. Thanks for the Ender Chest reminder, by the way. Somewhere in here I should have a blaze rod and I don't see it, which is slightly alarming. Oh, I think I've lost my blaze rod somewhere. Where would I have lost that? Right, so many of you, wow, absolutely everyone is saying flame. It's literally like a million flame to one punch. I've seen 3 or 4 people say punch. Alright, thanks for the wall of spam. Flame it is. You guys have decided, and I think you've made a wise choice as well. So those two get combined together to make the world's most amazing bow. So that's costing us 11, and that's costing us 25. I think we'll do it that way around then. Let's call it Asuma's... I just want to call it Magic Bow, because I'm so terrible with names. I'll tell you what, why don't I give you guys a little moment here to suggest some names. So I don't appear to have my blaze sorted out, so maybe we'll take a quick trip into the Nether. Which means, oh, again, we could probably do with a fire resistance potion. Let's make a cauldron. We've got our bucket of water. That's for the Nether. We'll go there, then we'll come back here after. So, Ender Pearl for the Ender Chest. That means we need some obsidian, which I don't know where that is. I'm sure I had, like, a few blocks of obsidian. Maybe we'll need to mine some as well. Make It Rain says, Luke Polton is asking, will the next Extreme UHC be 1.9? No, it'll be 1.8 like always. A lot of you are saying X-Bow, Primitive Bow, Mega Bow, call it Pew Pew, X's Bow, X's Flamethrower. I like that, X-Flame. X-Bow, X-Flare Gun, so many X's Magic Stick. Phoenix Fire. I like Asuma's Flame Thrower. One word, yeah? Oh, one letter short. Oh, no, apparently it was okay. Let's try it again. X's Flamethrower. That looks alright, doesn't it? Gonna read a few more names. X Destroyer, X Bow, Flaming X's, but X's Flame. Actually, I think X's Asuma's Flame might sound better. Yeah, let's call it that. Right, so we've got that sorted out now. How do I like these that way around. That's how I usually arrange them. And I've got the shield to consider, which we'll take to the nether with us. Let's dual wield that so that we can block, bam, like that. Right, okay, so we've got what we need to go get to the nether. Then we're going to get an ender chest. Then we're going to go exploring. So we'll come back to that all in a moment. Let's get chat back to normal now. I'm going to have a sip of my tea. Blazing X says green console. I actually really like that one. Blazing X. I wish I'd have thought of that. Well, I wish I'd have seen that even. I wasn't really thinking myself. I was waiting for you guys to suggest. But the flame is good. Asuma's Flame. And this thing will get healed with XP, as will my pick. So that's awesome. Although I do have to hold it when we pick up the XP. So that's something to keep in mind. Right, crazy pre-release lag. And who remembers where we are going? Where is the fortress? I think it's over to our left somewhere. Wow, it seems unfeasibly dark at the moment. Sebi says MC pre-release 4 is out, Suma. I know, and we're not updating to it because it is supposed to be worse than this one. Why do you have the Swedish flag on the shield? Why not? That's why. Because I felt like having a Swedish flag. Actually, Iskal dropped it off to us. That's one of the things I want to do is get a shield with 4 written on it. Right, Magma Cube, you can... Oh, you'll give me fire resistance things. Oh god, of course, we need blaze and slime balls. I came here to kill a... Wait a minute, this is going to be tough. XP for the bow. Mending. Repairs it. Amazing. Right, there we go. That's what we need to make fire resistance. For some reason, I thought it was blaze powder. Right, all of you... Why is it me, or are they just a little harder to hit than usual? Right, and now we'll switch to the bow to pick up that XP and get it healed up a bit. Okay, and again. Right, get the XP with the bow. Nice, mending for the win. Okay, so we got what we came for, I guess. Let's turn around. Yeah, I had it in my head that it was just blaze powder, but of course that's strength. You need some slime with it, which I don't have yet. Slime seems to be a little bit rare at the moment. So that didn't take long. Now we'll be able to make a fire resistance potion. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, getting the ideas crossed over in my head. I wanted a fire resistance potion to fight the blazes. Right, so we do want blaze powder because I wanted that to mix with the ender pearl. It all... I can never follow my own thoughts when I do this. X, you could put mending on a shield. I could, couldn't I? Because when I'm blocking, it's in my offhand and it would pick up the XP. That's a very good idea. Let's grab some quartz and that'll heal my pick up a little bit as well. And somewhere over in this direction I think it is. Anyway, we've got a resubscribe and also I missed a couple of donations apparently. Brill O'Buffalo has resubscribed for 3 months in a row. Absolutely epic support. Here is your Swedish shield waggle in your face. Hope you're enjoying today's stream. Again, Extreme UHC and Discord app chat can be found with links in the chat. I don't know where it... Oh, that looks like it over there. I think I spotted it. Let's go this way a little bit. So, I missed some noises in my ear. We've got a donation here from Phil saying, "What's up, X? I really like the new season of Hermitcraft and you seem very comfortable with it too. I wanted to ask you what you think about the whole Brexit thing since you are a Brit. Keep up the great work and have a great day." Thank you for the donation, buddy. Do appreciate it as always. And I have no idea what Brexit is. As for your comment about feeling comfortable with Season 4, I guess so, yeah. I'm very much into it, enjoying it. So, this is how we found our way in before. Blaze Spawn will be over there then. Yeah, definitely feeling good about Season 4. It's a fun adventure. Alright, let's scroll up, read the other one. We've got a donation here from Newbie. Or is it Nobby? Is that... There's like 2 O's. For some reason, that's throwing me off at the moment. Nobby or Newbie says, "Hey, just saying, hey, question. Is there going to be a Hermitcraft UHC coming up anytime in the next few months. I answered this one earlier. There might be one if like there's renewed interest for it, which I don't think there will be. And aha, look, this is the exact way we came in. And we are planning another Hermitcraft UHC event, which is slightly different. Now, can I not get set on fire? We're probably getting set on fire. Let's stand under it. To the side, bam. No, I'm spam clicking. Oh, you got one shot away. Incredible. Did we get a blaze rod? No. Right, so that'll be empty. Oh no, surprisingly not. Surprisingly not. I think we're going the wrong way anyway for blazes. So this has all been explored and raided. I think Jevin did all of that. X, you forgot your tea. I did. I need another sip of tea, don't I? It's British exit to whether the UK should leave the EU. Brexit, got ya. Right, so we're talking about Britain leaving the EU. I learnt about this yesterday because I don't read the news. I don't like to follow all of the depressing onslaught of the BBC. Because our BBC is supposed to be publicly funded and non-biased, and it is just not. It is just typical fear-mongering news. I don't know really where I stand on exiting the EU because I don't really know to what implications that's going to have on the things that I have opinions about. So I would rather say that, you know, I just want things that are good for people generally, you know, and that's usually not what the EU stands for. The EU is like a capitalist organisation to consolidate power to one central place and allow them to, you know, adjust laws across multiple countries that favour their business practices. Right, I think we might get one or two more while we're here. As, you know, like I said, it's a capitalist organisation. So exiting the EU for us almost sounds like a good thing, except it's the Tory party that want it. And the Tory party over here are the mega far-right capitalists, you know. They're just, they'll cut all public services and give grants and offsets to big businesses. Yeah, so they're sort of like the people you'd think would want to stay in the EU, yet they want to leave. And I think the reason why they might want to leave is because they've been losing ground on another far-right group called UKIP. And one of the big policies that UKIP gained support on was leaving the EU, which is often capitalising on people's phobias of foreigners coming into the country, and the media like saying that we have problems here because there are people coming from other countries. So I think that they might be, they might be trying to gain support back for their party by taking on a popular policy. And if that's true, you know, what do they stand for? Just being in power, basically. Whatever they can to keep in power. That's the problem with power. It's corrupting. People don't want to lose it. They want to keep their power. So they're not going to do what's right or what they believe in is best. They're going to do things to keep them in power, which might go against what they believe in. Right? There's so much to think about this. Anyway, I really don't have an opinion about leaving or not leaving. I just hope whatever happens that it works out the best for us and other people as well. You know? Frank says, I have the ability to vote today, and I think I may vote to stay in the EU. It's not... It's that or not voting at all, I'm 100% sure. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, I'm in trouble now, aren't I? Because I'm on fire. Okay, yeah, this could end badly. Oh, wow, this will end badly. Out of my way. Oh, wait, I'm not on fire. Ah! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Standing next to me was Death. Death himself. Oh, my God, I got no blocks on my hotbar. Oh, thank goodness for a sissy bar. Oh my god. Wow. With a skull, no. Oh my god. Ugh. Right, we will finish our discussion about the EU. Hi! You're on the other side of the sissy bar. Any skulls? No. Oh my god. Let's get this one. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about with the whole Brexit EU. Oh my god. Right, I've had enough. I'm pushing my luck, clearly. Apparently I am not easy to set on fire. Do I have fire resistance? I do. I got fire protection 4. That would be why. That seems to have been buffed a little bit then in this update. Do we have more wither skeletons? We do. 2 more. That might mean a skull. Let's get a skull. Whoa! And here we go. Right, so the other point I wanted to make about the whole Brexit thing is it might have something to do with accepting refugees into the country, which there's a lot of, I guess, bad vibes around for some people. And I think we should be accepting refugees and like everyone pulling together to help them, but I don't know. Might have something to do with that, might not. Anyway, oh my god! Oh my god, right, let's get out of here. I don't have a clear exit path, do I? Right, looks like not a lot of people are interested in talking about that. X, are you for or against refugees? How could you ever be against a refugee? Like, what? Oh, I don't even get that. Like, they've been displaced by conflict that we've helped create in their region. How could we be against them? Like, some people think like that. Some people think it's all about us versus them. They think that, you know, accepting refugees into your country will somehow ruin your life or something. I think you know, how good is it for you? If things are good for you, you know, how good is it really if other people are suffering, right? Let's go over to that portal there. That's our portal. Got a little bit thrown off there. X is bad at running away, says Ponybutts. Yes, apparently so. Have you not seen what refugees have done in Germany? KZ, I have heard things about what's going on over there, and I would not take what I've heard, like, to heart. You see, the media can... Right, when you hear things through the media, you have to understand that the media is owned by people who have particular interests. Even when they're publicly funded and government-owned, they'll have biases. People will have opinions, you know. People who write the news will have opinions and present it in particular ways, and there's chances are that things that are being saying that generally target all refugees that are only being done by a handful, and often these numbers are thrown out of proportion. So let's say these refugees have supposedly done something, proportionately it might be consistent with, you know, the average number of anybody in that place doing it, but because they're a refugee and it suits someone's interest to find a reason to dismiss them, they can present the information differently and say, you know, that is it. Rocky Avalon says, but the problem is that most of these refugees are economic refugees and not war refugees. They're often not from Syria. Look at Cologne and attacks and Swedish backlash. I also agree in accepting the refugee, but I understand the limits. So Rocky, the point there to make is that if someone is like an economic refugee, like, it just shows you, like, it's an example of what's wrong with society. We cannot take care of everyone because we live in a capitalist society. It means there have to be people at the bottom, and people have to profit from everyone else and be at the top with ridiculous amounts of wealth. This is why we have these problems, and unless you see the connections to that capitalist behaviour and why we have these problems, then it probably seems like, you know, people are just the problem themselves sometimes. Am I even making sense? I try my best. I feel like probably lost on most of you. Right, let's put more things in this chest. There are criminals and renegades in all societies. There are bound to some amongst refugees. Don't let them represent a group as a whole. That's a good way to look at it, Ted Litch. I agree with you. Dom CE says, X, are you a communist? No, I am not a communist, and I don't think a lot of people really understand what communism is. Especially in America, communism is like a dirty word from the Cold War, and that's mainly been portrayed through propaganda. For example, like, communism has never had a fair, like, try in the world. When communism happened briefly in Russia in the early 1900s, all the capitalist countries went to war with them, and so it never really got a chance to show what it's about. And then they got Stalin in power, you know, a dictator, so that puts a bad name on what is not really communism. Stop talking about refugees, I'm here for some Minecraft. So yeah, people set me off, man. They start talking about this stuff, they ask questions, and you'll get me talking. Let's put this up here. Right, and then throw away the netherrack. Right, so what do we need to go caving here? Everyone in chat is talking about this now. I'm 14. I'm 14, and what happens if I can't get a job in Britain because of the refugees and immigrants? Okay, Tiggy, this is the line of thought that can easily go to the wrong place. You're gonna look at the refugee and say they're stealing your job. You live in this country. You should have a right to a job. Now, countries are all about separation, divide and conquer. It makes you see the refugee as an enemy as opposed to the system that creates economic imbalance to profit from, so that there'll be people who don't have jobs and stuff because the wealth has been distributed elsewhere, and it makes people like you, who are from a wealthier country like Britain, believe that they have, with the power they have, believe that the problem lies in the people who are trying to look for something better. What you should be doing is uniting with those people and looking at the people who make the system this particular way, that you'll have impoverished people who have no opportunities and no wealth and have to migrate around the world in search of what everyone wants, which is, you know, food and shelter and, you know, safety for your family. And they'll make you look at them as the enemy as opposed to the people who have all the power and wealth and control and manipulate the system. That is like what you need to get in your head at a young age, because if you find yourself hating towards immigrants, you'll never be able to solve the problem that way. Alright, I feel like I got that one across properly. Okay, right, what do we need? Come on, guys. It's all this EU talk. Ender chest, I'm going to craft one when we get over there, buddy. Joel, thanks for pointing that out. I got the Eye of Ender. We need to pick up some obsidian. We got the pick to do that. A lot of you are saying, well said, thank you. That came out well. CM says, you're a socialist, which is not a bad word. Let's go read that. True communism is basically Christianity. The problem with every... Oh, that got deleted. I don't know why that got deleted. Interesting comparison to put communism on level with Christianity. That was very interesting. Also, I'm not really a socialist. I don't like having a label because other people have opinions on what that means. I just like trying to preach a good message and say that we should all like see the problem with our current system and realise that people aren't the enemy, correcting the system is. That's how I feel about it. And someone will turn that into an ism. It will be an assumerism, and then someone will think, oh, I've got this opinion about assumerisms, and, you know? Like, anyway, right, I think we've probably got all we need, right? Because everyone wants to talk politics now. Okay, so Peter Ivan says, what the F, Christianity doesn't have anything to do with politics. Well, Christianity does have a lot to do with politics because it puts its hand in politics. It has done throughout history. King and religion, like here in England, like the church and the king used to be tied together, and in America, Christianity, separate state and religion is not true. They have like so much integration into politics and have influence on politics. And anyway, I think the comparison was that with communism, all of the wealth gets pushed into the people at the very, very top. So you have a very few who enjoy the luxuries, and everyone underneath has a level of equality. And the same thing relies in Christianity, that the Vatican and the people at the top of that pyramid have all of the wealth in the Christian church. They have an immense ton of power at their disposal, whereas you know, priests, church ministers do not have a lot. They're on a different level. That's the comparison that I thought they were making about communism and Christianity. Okay, right. Again, I'm just going to go for it. Like, whatever. I've probably forgot something extremely important. Let's head over to this biome. Let's go do this. Yes, let's go do this. Aha! Immediately I thought of something, but I've got wood with me, so I can make some ladders when I'm there. Now people are saying Minecraft, please. I can never please everyone. Some people want to listen. I mean, we're still playing Minecraft. We're just talking about this stuff. Okay, let's go over to the portal. Smiley J Man says, I don't believe in socialism. What do you think about gay marriage? I'm all for gay marriage, all sorts of stuff like that. People need to be more open-minded and accepting of the way other people feel or are. Where are we going? As for not believing in socialism, well, you know, like, it's a scale. And in America, for example, like with Barack Obama in charge and Obama healthcare, well, that's a socialist system. You know, things act on a scale between 2 points. Because there is capitalism, there is an opposite to it, and therefore it exists. You probably just mean you don't think it would work. Rocky says, what do you think of feminism? I think feminism gets an extremely bad rap. I have watched a lot of stuff on YouTube, kept an eye on this sort of hate towards feminism that there can be found, and I feel like there are some feminists out there who call themselves feminists that have really extreme views that can easily just turn someone off to their cause. I'm for equality. I think equal opportunity and people, you know, whatever sex you are, have equal opportunity to do things and just to be considerate of others. And I think feminism doesn't come across as being about that to a lot of people, and I think that might be because there are bad people in that cause giving it a bad name, or because particular people in media present it in a horrible way. I've seen some really out there hate towards feminism. I watched one video the other day that just completely gobsmacked me. Someone made this video about how they believed that feminism would be the downfall of society, and I watched their video. I couldn't agree with most of it. I could pick a lot of flaws into it, but I was just warped. I was just shocked that someone's mindset could be so warped to hate women and just put them as the reason for most of society's problems. And there are people that think this way out there, and I am not on board with that. Like I said, equality. And I think that people who have those sorts of viewpoints have probably been led on by some of this nasty anti-feminism sort of stuff that there is out there. And at the same time, I think there's some people involved in feminism that have given it a very bad name. So whatever your opinion is, I'd encourage you to think for equality and treat people as equals. That's what I'd say. Get dark oak saplings, says Nico Scon. Yes, we will do that. We'll get some dark oak saplings. We are nearby, aren't we? So we just got to wait for it to be. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do with those. I wanted to make some ladders. So what are we doing here? 7s. Let's make another 7. Bam. That should be enough for me to make plenty of ladders to go all the way down to branch mining level. We have the potential to find a lot of good stuff here, by the way. Domc It says, this is an amazing stream. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I know some people don't enjoy my discussions on these topics. I understand that. I am the sort of person that, if someone gets me started, I will talk about it. I think a lot of people find it's weighty on the mind, and it can be quite taxing to talk about because it can be a bit doom and gloomy. It can make you feel like, oh, what are we all about? You know, people can't get it right. I embrace that, man. If you feel a weight towards these things, embrace that, because it means you've probably got a good heart, and you know that talking about these things is going to bring you down because you can see how bad of a situation planet Earth might be in. But I would embrace that. I think that's a strength. I don't see the dark oak forest, but I think it's somewhere over in that direction. We'll have a look at daytime. X, when caving, I always put torches on the side so I can find my out a way of big cave system. Respawn, I've never been able to do that because I found once you go around in a circle, all the torches are then in a different side because you've gone around in a circle. But I don't know, I've never been able to make that tip work for me. Right, gravel patch. This is interesting. It's like our own miniature cave. Oh, this has probably fallen into a cave, actually. Yes, there you go. It's fallen into a cave. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we'll dig our way through here by the looks of it. X, you're the best at it. Thanks. The best at Minecraft, or I'm not sure. Captain Patates says talk about Greece. I don't know a lot about the economic situation in Greece, but all I will say is that the people of Greece, the workers, the people like you and me, the average people, have probably not created that situation. They've probably not created the situation that they're in. Not2X just shows us how amazing brains and character you've got. Oh, thank you. That was quite the compliment. I mean, I'm old, right? I've had a lot of time to think, and I remember I was once, young and fairly ignorant, easy to to be put onto some, let's say, bad opinions or bad ways of thinking, but over time I've just gravitated to like being a lot more you know how it is, time makes you wiser basically. You figure more stuff out as you go along. Right, I reckon we should go down into this cave. Down into this cave is where we go. Love the funky beats. ASDF, I was literally thinking, man, this song rocks. It's been a while since I heard this one. Okay, wow, massive cave. That is a mega cave. Wow, that has got to be one of the biggest circles I've ever seen. Do you want to know one of the first videos I uploaded to YouTube? When I was making one of the first Minecraft ones, before I started doing tutorials, I found a cave like this and I recorded it. And it was just me walking to this cave and I was like, whoa. And then I watched it back years later and I was like, yeah, this was like a very bad video. Because there was really not much to show you. It wasn't even as big as this. People are guessing my age, no one is guessing it correctly, so don't even worry about it. Right. Lots of iron. That's good. We'll come back and grab that probably on the way out. We wanna find the diamonds first and figure out what this caving system is about. Seems to be a big old one, doesn't it? What do you think about people who believe in God and all those sorts of superstition? I think people should be allowed to believe in God if they want to. I don't think there's anything wrong with believing in God. I think everyone should, like, you know, have their beliefs. I think that beliefs, though, shouldn't be imposed on other people. Like, I don't think it's right to to believe in something and then believe that that means other people should behave differently for you, or to, you know, like that your belief means that you're offended by someone or that they should be imposed to act differently. I don't believe in that. I don't think that's right. And some fanatical religions or religionists, religious people might see things that way and might believe that's the way to go. Right. And now people are asking, do I believe in God? I do not or do... No, I do or do not believe. I am agnostic. I prefer... Like, I don't really, like, want to... Oh, I've talked about this so many times. Like, it doesn't feel like that's the most important thing to believe or not believe in something. I feel like there's no way of knowing either. Basically. Like, put it this way, the universe is an incredible thing, and from, like, let's say the birth of knowledge, when we first started to learn and keep track of what we've learned, the more we've ever learnt about something, the more mysterious it gets. And this is very, very true of our understanding of the universe. Every time we learn something about it, we also learn that there's more we don't know about. Oh, that's a bow! Wow, 2-shot kill. I'm going to use this thing a little bit more, actually, because it's got infinity, and the XP will... Actually, it's a good point. This is like a really good weapon now. Although we can only hit one thing at a time, but, I mean, that's it. Like, it's healing itself. Whoa, skeleton up ahead. Oh my god. Actually, that being said, we have to think about how many hits we use. Bat! That's it, get out of here, guy. I was about to hit you. We should probably keep track then. So 208. If I don't have a lot of good shots, I might not get enough XP to repair it adequately. We have a thing. Quick. Don't blow it up. So what was it? 208, and now it's 230. Yeah, you can probably get away a lot of shots from this thing, because these drop a fair bit of XP. So 230 to 239 after 2 shots. As long as you don't go crazy and mess it all up, you should be alright. Okay, this is a Enderman. We've already killed one of you. Do we want to kill another one? 2 Endermen. Wow. Maybe we can kill a couple of them. Oh, and a creeper. Yeah. Right, let's see what's in these chests. Golden apple. Coal. Let's take all the things and we'll chuck them away later if I decide I don't want something. That's the best way to do it. Okay. Right, should we go to the Enderman or not? X, do you know the band Tool, and do you know their song Lateralis? You would like it. Yeah, I like that song, I've heard it. Tool are a band that I want to get into, but have struggled to. Question for you, Asuma. In Norway, they just offered a new immigrants a free driver's license. What's your opinion on this? When the average youth can't afford it, ever. Obviously, noob. I don't know. I don't know too much about that. I doubt it's free. I'm going to assume they have to pass the test. But they're trying to provide equality by the sounds of it. They're trying to give people who don't have opportunities, right? You know, if they can drive, they can be... Oh, wow. Wow. Double spawners. They can be more useful in society, let's say. Quick, one is invisible. Get into a safe spot. Bam. And now I want to attract the Enderman over here. Ah, now I've let the spider in. What am I doing? Okay, you. I'm angry with you. Yeah, that thing you did. You picked up that block. Wait. Here we go. Shoot the creeper. What? That creeper looks weird. What was with his head? His face? Oh my god. Ah. What is going on here? I keep pressing 2. No, yeah, I keep pressing 1 instead of 2. What's the name of this song? Says Mr. Fur. It is Along the Busiest of Roads. Yes, they have to pass the test, but they get it for free, while we Norwegians have to spend 300 kroner on it. Okay. Bobstian, or however you say your name, you've probably got a lot more money than they've ever had, right? Look at it that way. Norway is a very well-run country, from what I understand. It is much more socialist, like Sweden. What is going on? Something's hitting me. Was that thing actually hitting me? What is going on here? It's actually hitting me from down there. Two of them are angry. Two of them are angry. Quick, to the hole. Oh. My god, this is... Why am I not healing? Oh, I think I'm going to pass on fighting Enderman again. Oh, he's gone again. Let's use the block a little bit. You are stuck. Whoa, he's gone. Whoa, another one. It's that Bane of Arthropods is what we need there. Let's go put a torch in this bit then. Whoa! Uh-oh! Run! Run! And whack them on the way. Let me in there. Oh. My god. That one's like really not interested. Why are these taking so long to kill? I feel like I've hit them enough. Yeah, that guy's like totally passive. Ah! I can't hit it! There we go. Both dead. No ender pearl. Not worth it. Not impressed. I am not impressed. What have we got? Blast protection 4. That's pretty good. That would be very good for the wither later on, actually. Okay, I would like some food. Probably don't need the cauldron now. Oh yeah, I want to collect some diorite while I'm here as well. Melon, beetroot seeds, rotted flesh. Not really interested in. So we'll take that with us. And that can go there. Yay, inventory management. Oh, string. Probably don't need that actually. Is that diorite? That's some diorite. Right, so one of these has bread, which we'll eat, and we'll take a name tag. And the horse armour. That we could probably craft inside. I just noticed that we have some new subscribers, 2 new subscribers. I want to say a big thank you to W Deuce. Is it Deuce or D? W, no, UW, do, UW, D, UUS. I'm going to call you Deuce. Thank you for subscribing. Sorry for butchering your name. Here is your Swedish shield waggle. And also to Micah SA91 for subscribing. Thank you for the support, buddy. Hope you're having a great time with today's stream. Again, Swedish shield waggle. And the both of you should check out the chat for the link to the Discord app chat, which you can join. That's a little group chat. And also the Extreme UHC sign up is on March the 5th, if you're interested in playing. 7 PM GMT on a Saturday, our massive 150 plus player UHC event with me and some other YouTubers. Hey Asuma, what do you think about Asuma Mumbo fanfiction? I have no idea what that is, but it sounds interesting. Right. I think we need to go deeper if we're going to find diamonds. So I will probably wrap up this area by collecting all of that crazy iron that's everywhere. We need to get some obsidian so we can make an ender chest and store some of this stuff already. And I think I'll get the coal just to get our mending pick back up to scratch. That's how we'll... Oh yeah, I want to get some diorite as well. Hey, hey, hey! No! 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 So let's grab some diorite. Spamming at exactly 1 second dealt. The most damage last time... Wait, what's this? I checked. Complete spamming still does less. Yes, it does. The point I've been making again about the whole spamming thing is not that spamming... It's not really about spamming, it's just that you either spam click or you wait and click. And there isn't really a lot of difference between the two in my opinion, because they are both very simple things that you do. You know, you go bum 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 bum, or you go bum bum, you know? It's just the thing that you do. You don't really have to give it too much thought. That's why I was criticising it earlier. Okay, we've got a stack of diorite, let's move on. What do you think about polyamory? I think it's the maddest thing that is perfectly legal for people to have a mistress and potentially destroy whole families whilst there are free people agree to engage with another, while the government decides to forbid it. I think you're on about polygamy, right? I don't really see a problem with polygamy, other than I think people like invest a lot on the whole monogamy idea, like, you know, man and wife and family. They believe that's the good foundation for for families to be really. Hang on, let's pick this up. What am I going to chuck? Yeah, and whereas I think that, you know, you can probably be raised by anyone as long as you have love and support. You know, that's what makes a good person. That's what you need as a young person. And maybe that the traditional ideal for a family is being attacked a little bit because of it. But I haven't really learnt too much. I've watched a few things about that. I haven't really learnt a lot. But I think the main thing to take away is that when it comes to like raising a child, they need love and support from people who care about them. And that doesn't just have to be man and woman. That could be, you know, it already is more than that. You have families that are bigger than just your parents, you know. So I feel like there's not really too much about that that's wrong in my opinion. I don't know. I'd like to listen to other people's opinions on that stuff and think about it more. Oh wow, lava pool! Good thing I didn't run into that. That could have been bad. Let's keep picking this stuff up. Okay, I think we went through this area and saw lots of iron. There you go, that we haven't picked up yet as well. How did you find mending? Fedwick, I have been farming mending at our fishing farm. We get mending books and mending fishing rods. And also bows as well, because we've got mending on our bow. How long did you AFK in Auto Fishing Farm? I've done 3 overnight sessions. They have provided me with ludicrous amounts of XP, and also, yeah, I think we've done that. This is the bit we haven't explored. And also something else as well. I forgot where I was going with that. Okay. My pick just needs repairing at this point. Steven says, X and I are always on the same page. If I was gay, I'd marry you. I think that's a compliment in a way. Thank you. Oh. Obsidian, says Sparse One. Absolutely right. We need to get some obsidian. Oh, yes, yes, I see what you're saying. Yes, we can get the obsidian now. Top man. Okay, let's break one here, and then let's see what's underneath it. Lava. Okay, so now we'll put a bucket of water here, and we'll mine out. Was that cobble by the big lava pool? It might have been cobble. Oh, I see what you're saying. Was there cobble near this lava pool? Whereabouts? In the wall? No, we just mined that ourselves. That's something you've got to watch out for when you go caving. If ever you see cobble, it could be a dungeon. Devuska, the Gale of Fire, says, have you built your base yet? Nope, I am taking my time, not rushing into building a base. I haven't picked up any of this obsidian. Let's get rid of the saddle. Those are pretty much worthless. Kick Kurin says, do you like Bernie Sanders? I have a feeling you would. people, yeah, like what people say about him means he probably is someone that I like, but I've really watched so little on the presidential election, know so little about the candidates that I probably couldn't say for sure. But yeah, you're probably right. He's probably more, from what I hear, more to the kind of things that I agree with, or something like that. What type of PC do you have? I have a custom-built one with an amazing case, which is very silent, and that's about all there is to say about it. It's just a PC, I guess. I really like that shield, says ZXC. Person with a crazy name likes my shield. Man, so many of you have crazy, unpronounceable names. But actually they're probably reasonable and I just can't read them. Oh, that went behind me. Let's get rid of that. This music is very soothing. Ah, it really annoys me when I do that by mistake. Villager and MC says, I have to go now, thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming by, buddy. By the way, 2,600 people here hanging out, listening to us talk about Minecraft in between some political stuff. Thank you all for coming by. Of course, hit the follow button here on Twitch if you haven't done so already. And, Hiroki says, silent bass from quiet. What does that mean, silent bass? I have not really got like too many plans for my base yet, other than this one bit of like something that someone built on my server, which I went, that's amazing, and now I can't find it again. My name is unspeakable. Yes, it is, 93. Yes, it is. But I can call you 93. Mr. Gakko says, is Asuma Swedish? I am not. I'm not Swedish, but I have a Swedish shield, which means I'm a Viking. Right. Let's keep placing these down. I'm not sure if we've got enough to go all the way down, but I think we'll be close. Let's have a look at our F3. We're at 22, which is good. Ah, can't see. There we go. So about 6 more to go. What are your views on aliens, i.e. space, says Ice Tray. I believe that a lot of this... Let's say you read a book about aliens, right, and people are talking about the greys and the greens and the lizard people. That stuff to me is fictional and slightly delusional. However, at the same time, I think it is highly probable that there will be other living things, sentient living things in space. That seems highly probable. However, if you learn about the distance between planets, what it takes to travel, like if it's true that light is the fastest moving thing in the universe, then it takes like so long to travel to like the nearest solar system. It takes like generations. Like if we were to travel at the speed of light, let's say we had a spaceship that could do it to the nearest like solar system, like separate from ours, and you know, in hope that that's one of the ones that has a planet like Earth, which probably won't be. You'll probably find it's much further away. But remember, space is unbelievably enormous anyway. So if you were to go from here to the nearest by planet, it could literally take, at the speed of light, you know, thousands upon thousands of years. I might even be getting that number wrong. It might be more like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands at the speed of light, if that is the fastest known way of travelling. Now, you could argue that perhaps there are ways to go faster, or that you could bend space-time, or there's wormholes, you know, like in science fiction. But let's say that there's not, and that's true. Then in order to travel from here to another planet, and for us to be the aliens to them, we would have to like travel as generations of people on a ship that, you know, by the time you got there, no one would remember who left in the first place, or you probably wouldn't, you know, obviously you have ways of keeping knowledge, but you know, like there'd be generations of people who'd never stepped foot on their home planet where they came from. Jojo says not thousands, millions. There you go. So it would be pretty bizarre to think that we're being visited, because that distance is so monumental. Like if we are being visited, like some people believe. Where did my bucket of water go? That's really annoying. I was going to put that at the bottom here. Then, where have they come from? Because they would have had to come from somewhere astronomically far away. Now, if you want to have a theory that, oh no, actually there's life on Mars or something, then, you know, fair enough, believe that. I didn't put anything in this ender chest. Golden apple, we'll keep that on us, just in case we get in a hairy spot. Name tag, book, lots of iron, Armour, lots of coal, stack of diorite, some more coal, and some cobble. We'll just chuck those things in there for now so we can pick stuff up. The universe is mind-boggling, says Fragrant Badger. Yes, if you think about like the ridiculous distances between where life could potentially be, I think it's extremely unlikely that we have been visited. And also, on this topic, if you think, by the way, 185 playing again, love this song. I sometimes think about it, like if you're into evolution and the theory of evolution, then I sometimes look at the galaxy and, let's say, all the planets, sort of like how you look at microorganisms. Oh, I need to put that on my hotbar now, don't I? Sort of how you'd look at microorganisms and things like that in our own world. So, like a planet has, based on its conditions of where it is, a chance of supporting life. Okay, and that happens throughout the galaxy, possibly based on, you know, what they believe, the scientists. So, if there, let's say, it's like a roll of the dice. If there is the right conditions, right distance from the sun, you know, there's water on the planet, it has an oxygen of atmosphere or things that can support life, then it's like a roll of the dice, and this happens every so often throughout our galaxy. So then you got to think, okay, so life happens on this planet. Now, what are the conditions for life to reach the state it's at right now here on this planet, where we have what we have? We have technology, we understand things about the universe, we can send a rocket into space, which might sound incredible, but that could be extremely primitive on a larger scale of what could be possible for humans or living organisms to achieve. So then if you think of it like, okay, so there's then, like, across the universe, there's like a collection of planets that can reach this stage that we're at right now. And let's say that's like well up there in the billions, or millions, you know, there's a really large amount that can reach this stage right here, where people, or whatever they are, the organisms go from crawling around on their hands and feet to learning how to use their opposable thumbs, or whatever the equivalent is. Diamonds! Woohoo! And then they can advance and create technology and learn and educate. Like, so then, like that pool becomes a little bit smaller. And then do they all sort of face the similar situations we do? Like, can the population explode to the point that these things can be achievable, but can it be sustainable as well with the resources that are on that planet? I'm of the opinion... No! Oh, that was so lucky. I knew the lava was right behind me. Can they be sustainable on that planet? Can they figure it out? Can they make it work? Can they get past a system that doesn't look out for, you know, a few that profit from it? Like we've had monarchies, and now we have like capitalism, and we had feudalism as well. Can they reach a point where they figure it out and they can make their planet sustainable? And let's say they can. Let's say, okay, now we have an even smaller selection of alien races that can make it to that point. How many do we get? 6? Ah, not that great. I probably shouldn't complain. That's not so bad, is it? So let's say they get to the point now where they can... what was I saying? I sort of lost track of my own train of thought. They make it to this point where they are sustainable on their own planet. Now, how long can they last there for before natural events knock them out? Because the level of technology needed to go and travel across the galaxy must be immense. It must take a considerable amount of time to get to. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe actually, no, you're wrong there. You might think maybe it won't take so long. But let's say it does for the sake of this little point. Then, how long planets on average last before a cataclysmic event out of their control happens, like a meteor hits the planet, or they become, you know, the climate changes to the point that the planet becomes unsustainable, which can happen here. We could have a climate shift and go into like a cold age, or like what they call it, an ice age, or like have a heat wave, you know, that lasts for thousands of years. Anyway, what I'm pointing out is that it just seems like there's such a bigger road ahead of us before things like interplanet travel can happen, and so many obstacles that get in the way. It seems like the odds get astronomically smaller and smaller the further you go. And then let's say you can travel to other planets. Surely that's going to cost a lot of resources to do. So how sustainable does travelling become if you have to go from planet to gather the resources, the energy that you need to make this form of travel happen? And it just seems like the further for life to expand beyond a planet, the harder and harder it gets, and the less and less opportunity you have for the perfect conditions to exist somewhere in the galaxy where this will happen. And you know, it seems like if anyone did make it that far, it would just be the odds would be so astronomically so astronomically low. Yeah, that maybe it's almost impossible in a way. It's fascinating to think about. But we are really, although you might think we're really advanced and high tech, we could well and truly be unbelievably primitive on a larger scale of what's possible. More diamonds, but we can't pick them up. Bam, 6 more diamonds. And I want some diorite as well, actually. Let's mine some diorite here. Right, let's have a read of chat, because I had a little ramble there. There's someone here who posted something, a couple of interesting thoughts they saw. Assume time moves slower as you move quicker, therefore you could nearly riot at the age of travelling at the closest possible to light speed, meaning that you would have seen your home, but it would have been basically been a time traveller. I'm not quite sure what the point is there. Maybe I read that incorrectly. Yeah, there is this whole thing about if you move faster than the speed of light, then you see yourself moving through time. X, if you would compare the time dinosaurs existed compared to humans, we lost 1,000 years, by the way, Dark Ages, when you consider the time that they were ahead of humanity. If aliens started when dinosaurs did, it then seems way more plausible. P.S. Light speed is realistic as an extra-dimensional travel. Interesting. We're talking about some heavy stuff here. X, are not chapels more common in dungeon chests in 1.9? Yes, they seem rather common. I've got 2 so far, and I've not explored a lot of dungeons. What about the new laser propulsion system that could get to Alpha Centauri in 15 years? Not heard about that. Alpha Centauri is one of our neighbouring galaxies, isn't it? Like Andromeda, or... But to get there in 15 years, now... From what I understand of how travelling through space works, that sounds like mind-blowing technology. So, I don't know. I guess if it's in the proposed stage, something that's mind-blowing wouldn't make headline news, or you would have heard about it. It just sounds like something you would have heard about to me, if that were true. Okay, we've got loads of torches here to use. I've made way too many torches, so we're probably not going to need that anytime soon. I'm not going to organise it too much now. I'm just going to grab stuff. Centauri is the closest star to ours. Aha, okay. The nearest one. It is a star, you're telling me. Let's talk in more mining. I am mining while talking, my friend. I'm doing alright. Is that... Oh, that's the wrong one. This one here. Anyway, we've got a fair bit of diamonds. I'm happy with this mine so far. What is the design on your shield? Says Hawkeye. It is the Swedish flag. How long will X be streaming for? Probably not too much longer. I don't know. We'll see. I do have other things to do. Actually, that's a good point, actually. I do have other important things to do. Someone's waiting on me, so I can't be here forever. We'll do a little bit more branch mining. Name of chill song, says Magic X. It is 185 by C418. It has just ended, and we're just going to play it again, because this is the most amazing song. I love it when people mention the song. I play it so much on my streams. It's 10 minutes long. It's just this lovely, like, sort of ambient house tune that has some weird, like, sounds rustling in and around the main tune. You've got these lovely, like, lush piano chords going on in the background. It's so good. It's such a good song. I love long music. I really do adore songs that go on for longer, because you, like, get to stay in that moment for longer. Bam, which reminds me, I'll plug my music blog right now. I do write about music. If you're interested in reading some of my thoughts and opinions, you can do so over at asuma.blogspot.com. wrote about the Megadeth album. The more I listened to that one, I had some questions about the Megadeth records the other day. The more I listened to it, man, the more I realised that it really is a proper solid Megadeth record. But I just find myself not in the mood for that particular brand of metal right now, or metal in general. In recent years, see, I've listened to so much metal over the years. It's just like not a lot is challenging or exciting anymore. Like, you feel like you're just hearing the same thing over and over. Anyway, if there's any Megadeth fans listening, the new album really does sound like a cracking listen. I just wasn't particularly in the mood for it, so check that out if you like it. X, are you a fan of classical? Swiss, I absolutely love classical music. I would love to listen to more of it. I find it ever so difficult to put it into frame because a lot of classical music is old, and it sounds kind of lame to say this, but I love it when you pick up a record and then the record has songs with names and you memorise the names and you can understand it through that format. And I find that classical doesn't come in that format. You find different recordings by different orchestra groups, and the names are all difficult to remember, and there's no cohesive album where you can just sort of put on that album. And so, because of the way I consume music and listen to it, it doesn't fall into the same structure, and therefore, although as much as I love it, it's really difficult to find songs and hold on to them. Like, I've got a lot of Debussy that I listen to, but I can't remember my favourite songs because they're lost in these names of, so-and-so in fifth and A minor and sixth this in B major or something. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, how am I supposed to remember that? And so when I go to listen to my favourite songs, I can't remember what they're called and find them, which really does sound lame as I'm saying it, but quite honestly, that's just my experience with it. The way I consume music makes it difficult to keep track of what I like and then return to all my favourite bits. 8 Rover says, that's a good point. I enjoy listening to classical in the background though. Classical works in background or foreground for me. Either or, really. Some music sometimes doesn't work in the foreground, or either or actually. Like Orang's latest album, as much as I liked it, I could never listen to it in the foreground. I could never focus onto it. But if I just did other things, like the magic of the music would happen, even though I wasn't sort of focusing on it. It was really weird. Evaluating loot tables for dungeon chests. 11.8% chance for the regular golden apple, and 1.5% chance for notch apple. You have given me a great idea, Skylander. Oh, Skylander W! My buddy from TechMap, who's helped me out a couple of times here and there, because I am such a noob with all the command block stuff. You gave me a great idea though. I could read through the loot table files and compile them into probabilities. I could do that for a myth busting. That's going on my notepad right now. Read loot tables for myth busting, and then percent I'll put at the end, so I know it's a percentage thing. Yeah, that's a good idea. Is this single player survival? Says Ab Dunlun. It is Hermitcraft server. So anyone here watching, again, we have 2,700 people watching. Thank you everyone for coming by and checking it out. Hit the follow button if you're not following me here on Twitch. If you don't know that I do YouTube, then go over and check out my channel, youtube.com/assumeavoid. And to answer that person's question and anyone else who's watching, Hermitcraft is a server for the YouTubers. We just had a server reset, 5 new people joined, and if you want to check out that and learn more about it, hermitcraft.com is the place to go. Yes, hermitcraft.com. No, I wanted the coal. I'm going to compress all of this. How are you going to pick up that ender chest, X? Alan, I like how you think. I did not think about that. I assumed, didn't I? I made an assumption. Very good point. I guess I'll take what I need immediately and leave the rest in there, and hopefully be able to make another one at some point. That's a very good point. Very, very good point. Right, let's go pick up those things that we left lying around on the ground. Hunter of the South says, hi X, first stream ever. Awesome. Welcome to stream, thanks for coming by. By the way, we had another new subscriber 24 minutes ago. So sorry, Zach the Raccoon. I love your name, Zach the Raccoon. I giving the raccoon some love there. Not often you hear about the raccoon. Underrepresented. Yes, sorry, 24 minutes. Missed your subscription because I didn't get a noise in my ear. Thank you for the subscription. Have a shieldish Swede waggle. A shieldish Swede waggle. No, a Swedish shield waggle for you. And if you didn't know, you can now sign up for Extreme UHC on 5th of March and access the Discord app chat that we have. So those things will be linked to you in the chat. Alright, so let's pick up all of this stuff we left lying around. By the way, this pick, amazing. That's why we mine the coal, to get the XP. And we just got another noise in my ear. Noise in my ear here. From Kratosness. With a donation here saying, I enjoy all your videos / streams. Keep it up. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad you enjoy them. Thank you for the donation. I hope you're having a good time today. X, be the first one to get the Elytra, please. I have no idea who's going to get the Elytra first. If someone asks to have it first, that'll probably be who gets it. If no one does, it'll be whoever's just going to nab it and say it's mine when we kill the Ender Dragon. I'm not gonna be fussed or like rushed to get one, because when we fight the Ender Dragon, you know, you can restart the fight, so I can do it in my own time and grab an Elytra in my own time, if you know what I mean. Do you have to be a certain age to subscribe? If not, I do next stream when I persuade my parents. Hyper Sniper, you don't have to be a certain age on Twitch, but I always encourage my viewers to be over 18 if they want to donate or subscribe or any form of like monetary support for the channel. Reason why is just because I think when you're younger, you don't really understand the value of money. And you could possibly, you know, you could treat yourself. You don't have to treat me. I do this for a living anyway. It's not something I need from anyone. It's there if you want to do it. And I think if you're young and you don't really have the full value of money in mind, then you're better off holding on to your pennies. And I didn't learn the value of money for a long time. That might sound strange, but I'll put it like this: like someone donated £100 once on the stream, and They didn't actually donate it, they just did it so they could put a message, and then they retracted the donation, which then locked me out of my PayPal account, which was quite distressing because I run the XVS server through that, and like other people use that. You know, it would have been real bad if it had got shut down because of this money that someone had, like, I think they basically said that I had done wrong and therefore they need their money back. So yeah, anyway, right, the point I was going to make was that £100 might sound like a lot of money to some people, and it's really sort of not in the grand scheme of things. It's very little. And you learn that over time when you have to start paying bills and you have responsibilities. And so for someone young, you know, who thinks, oh, you know, I'll do a little donation, then I think you might not quite understand like the value of that money, because young people in general, may not be true, would not have a lot of money. Anyway, that might make sense, that might not. Hopefully it did. Hopefully you understand my point there. I was going to mention one other thing then as well. Yeah, sometimes people ask, why are my donation minimums £5? It's literally because I don't want people buying a message. Like, the donation isn't about the message that I read out, it's really about the support that you're offering. And I've seen it on other streams where kids that I know they're kids because they play on my server, and I've spoken to them before in like TeamSpeak and whatnot, and I know how young they are, and they love to donate so they can have their message read out, which is something I don't want to encourage. It's not really about that, it's about the support, which is why I have that £5 minimum thing, because it's a donation, it's there to support if you want to do that. And I don't want to encourage kids to like, you know, hand over some pennies so they can have a message read out. I don't think that's right. So that answers like that question, which I've seen a couple of times before. Speaking of donations though, we have one here from S. Mulder saying, are you looking forward to Japan in Train Valley? It gets really manic there. S. Mulder, thank you for the donation. I hope you're having a great time on today's stream. And to answer your question, I have recorded 2 episodes in Japan, and oh my god, it gets so difficult. You have, right, for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, I do a game on my channel called Train Valley. It is loved by the small amount of people that watch it. You have to live manage trains moving around tracks. You've got to coordinate them getting to their stations on time, and it is really, really fun, and it is really, really difficult as well. And when you get to Japan, man, do things get crazy. I think the next episode of that goes out Tuesday. And basically in Japan you have stations like crammed together really close by, and then the trains start getting really long. I had a train come out that was so long, if I sent it to the nearest station it wanted to go to, it would have crashed into itself. it was so crazy, and yeah, that game's an immense amount of fun. Train Valley seems fun to play but not to watch. X and JE10. I completely agree. It's one of the reasons that I technically cancelled the series twice, but due to popular demand brought it back. When I first played it, I realised that talking while you play that game makes it so much more difficult to manage. However, I've managed to get in the habit of doing both. And yeah, I agree. I kind of felt like this probably is more fun to play than watch. And I would agree with you on that one, but some people really love watching it, so there you go. Twonky says, X, do you know Tool Laterus? Do you know the whole song is based on the Fibonacci sequence? It's beats and phases and sometimes lyrics. Yes, I did know that. That reminds me of a band though. Anyone who likes Meshuggah, I know I'm talking to probably a minute amount of people right here. There is some serious rhythmical magic going on in their music. What they do is they have a 4/4 beat that plays usually on the snare and hi-hat, and the guitars will play like crazy abstract rhythms like, 15/32 or 7/12, like all these strange rhythms that don't match up with 4/4, and they link them over passages of music, and it is absolutely brilliant because you have these two rhythms playing at once on different wavelengths, but they elasticate back and forth at timings that just feel sort of unnatural at first, but then they ever so often loop back round to the 4/4, and it is just the most awesome music. They're a band that I can always listen to and really get into, and we got some diamonds. So if anyone here is a fan of extreme metal, Meshuggah is a band you must listen to. They're definitely one of my all-time favourites. And we got some more diamonds here, which I think is a great way to wrap things up. I've been chatting away for hours here, and let's catch up with chat quickly. What's our 9K mode? Someone told me once and then I forgot. Why the Swedish shield? Autumn Thoughts. It was given to me by Iskal, and the banner was, and I put it on the shield. X, have you always been a computer nerd? Says Master Blaster. I've actually never been a computer nerd. I use a computer a lot, right? I used to use it to make music. I use it to listen to music as well and play Minecraft. But I'm not a music nerd. I don't really. Sorry, I am a music nerd. Blimmin' hell. I'm not a computer nerd. I don't really. I can't program. I don't really I don't know the specs of my computer. I just know that it's got lots of stuff in it. I do know how to put a computer together. That's kind of basic now. But yeah, I'm not really a major tech person. I just know my way around a computer, Sort of had one since I was a kid. So yeah, I can use them fair enough. Is Iskal from Sweden? I do believe he is. Right, I'm going to organise all of this in a moment, I think, because I need to take some of these things back with me. But pretty good haul, right? I think we did good today. Will says, how do you listen to music? I have a large collection that I've been collecting over the many years of MP3s and CDs, and I have them all stored on my computer, and I have an MP3 player, a phone. Yeah, I listen to music digitally. I still use my CDs though when I cook. Okay, so on my list we did everything really except get those saplings, and I've got a note there about the myth busting thing. Right. Iskal in Swedish means ice cold. That's really cool. Ice cold, I like that. That sounds metal. Very metal. Asuma, make a Viking style base. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. We'll see. Ryan says, I know nothing about computers, which prevents me from buying one. You need to educate yourself. I always recommend this. I've got to interrupt here. Krunata says, try Dodhima's Guard, great extreme metal. Yep, I am a big fan. Didn't like their latest record, but that, what was it? International, oh, what's the name of the record? The 666 one. 666 International, I think it was called, that they did a couple of decades ago, is an absolutely brilliant record. What was I saying? Yeah, Ryan, buy a computer mag, educate yourself about what's going on. Anyway, peeps, that's going to be it. Hit the follow button if you haven't done so already. Thank you everyone for coming by. You can check this out on my second channel if you want to watch the full live stream on YouTube. And that's about it. Don't forget to go check out hermitcraft.com if you're interested in watching more. And you can see all my links and stuff on stream. Thank you to everyone who donated, subscribed this stream. Thank you to all of you for hanging out in chat. And all of you for coming by and watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.